I was terribly, severely infatuated with a girl last year, and I wrote this in the midst of it all. And I feel like it was such a good way to really look at this and come to terms that she did not like me. Okay, I'll read it to you. It began sweet, sweet uncertainty, sweet glances. She was sweet, intrigued. She cared what I had to say and introduced me to her friends. I quite enjoyed that day. I enjoyed how included I felt. I enjoyed being the exception, the one who slept in a bed with her that night, the one she wanted to take a picture of, the one she wanted to dance with, the one that was hers. I had missed being wanted, being sought after. Then we talked often and FaceTimed. I felt needed, I felt missed, I felt wanted. The day we were out in the rain and at the coffee place, she looked for me. She held my hand, she stayed by me. She made sure she was with her person. It was a great feeling. I liked how she looked after me, made sure I had a toothbrush, clothes, made sure I was comfortable. We had random conversations. She saw me for me. She noticed the little things, and I loved that. When she left, she made sure to let it be known how much she thought about me and cared. She made sure to throw in little things to make me smile. She made me feel needed and missed, like a part of her life that fit with her, as perfect as a puzzle piece. She set up scenarios like going to a concert, spending a rest week together, being with each other, and just the anticipatory day in which we were reunited. At first, that was such a good feeling to bask in. The letters, the words shared when she was in basic were very fond for me. I loved it. I loved feeling loved. Then she went to AIT and had her phone more. I justified her distance with her being busy. Duh, she's in the army. She won't text you every day, even if it is just good morning or good night or thinking about you. She's busy, right? She has a lot of stress right now, so don't take it personally when she'd post on Instagram and not text me. I'm like that sometimes too. It's a lot of stress, effort mentally to scroll. It's a lot less effort mentally to scroll than conversate with someone when I'm not feeling the greatest. Yet, when she returned, it was the same distance, the same priorities in which I was not in the top 10. The scenario she painted disappeared. We didn't go to the first concert. I saw her, I wanted to be with her, but she was no longer there. It was just a vessel, the body that once carried the soul I once fell for. She came back, and I didn't recognize her. I thought it was just her struggling to adjust, just a momentary thing, and she'll come back to me, but she didn't. I now feel her further than ever. I feel like she's met someone else, or is very severely depressed, or simply changed and doesn't want me anymore. Which is fine, but I can't be your second best, close but not your favorite. I hate to be dragged along with uncertainty, holding on to what once was and isn't anymore, making excuses for your disrespect, the lack of communication, and cancellation of plans that I cleared the day for. It hurt me, if I'm being honest, more that you think I'm deserving of that sort of treatment, because I know for a fact if the roles were reversed, I would have made sure to respond to you, to communicate. If I didn't have the energy to respond, I wouldn't mind the drive. I would make our plans my priority because you are deserving of it. If I was talking about, oops, I was talking about the situation with my friends. I have a very low tolerance for that stuff, but for you, I made exceptions and excuses. I really wanted us to happen. I really wanted this. And they reminded me that they would never make me feel unwanted, never treat me in that way, especially at the beginning, when you're trying to pursue someone that is the last thing you do to them. Yet you did it. I need to stop making excuses for you. I need to let the fantasy die and accept you as you are. If I were to describe you as what you've presented to me, as opposed to what I've dreamed you up to be, you can be sweet, you're very distant. I feel like you're lost, you don't know what you want out of life, and it scares you. I feel like you hold up a persona. You care very deeply for validation and feeling seen by others. I feel like you're very young, mentally, very much growing into yourself as a person. I am too, we all are. I definitely feel like at the point in which you are at in your journey is a point I've surpassed years ago. We are not in the same place in life. You still have a lot to work on in terms of self-discovery. As for me, I'm ready for something serious, for love and to be loved. I'm sad you're not there yet. I'm sad it wasn't you. I'm very much over the situation, but I had met this girl and we were talking for, I think, 2 weeks before she went to the army for basic training. And in those 2 weeks, we hung out a lot. Like, I got really close. I really liked her. Um, but yeah, it wasn't reciprocated. I ended up talking to her when she returned, and after like all that distance and her canceling plans and stuff, I was like, "What's up? Like, I don't want to talk to you if you don't feel the same." And she was like, "Okay, well, I'm just not ready for a relationship." She started dating a girl right after, but um, you know, we're just in, like I said, in here, like we still are on two very different journeys, and I really didn't take that personally at all, because when you lay it out like this, it helps you just almost see it in a third person perspective, like if you were one of your friends, instead of being so stuck in here. Because I was like, oh my god, making excuses. Take what people present to you, take what people say to you, take people's actions as fact, and their words, don't really take them as a fact, because people could talk a lot. She was like, when I come back, we're gonna go to a concert, and it's gonna be so great, and we're gonna have a rest week together, and we're gonna spend the whole week together and just catch up on life and everything. But it didn't happen. People could be really good at sugar talking. Yeah, so this is me and my unreciprocated love. And me typing this out really helped me process it and helped me realize this situation, that the love was not reciprocated. Lust. I was in lust. And it's a good way to feel out your emotions.